We are living in overwhelming times. There's an overwhelming amount of information that's coming in. It's all very confusing, and it's as if there's been a great fissure in the consciousness on this planet. We're at a time where things are shifting. You may be going through personal shifts in how you want to live, with whom, where, re-examining what you're doing for work and how, all aspects of how you're living. You might also be absorbed in some of the collective shifts that are taking place with COVID, with systemic injustices being revealed and really thrust to the forefront of our awareness. The bottom line is there's a lot going on, and I've been doing a lot of one-on-one sessions these last weeks, and I'm finding people, the biggest question on their minds is like, okay, what's my part in all of this? How do I serve my purpose? And am I doing enough? Is what I'm doing the right thing to be doing? Today I am sharing a channeled message from the Council of Light, and what has come through, I just recorded it, is all about how to handle this overwhelming time and still be effective in playing your part. So again, this is an energy transmission, meaning that even just receiving the energy of these words and this message can help you shift into a new state of creativity, and it's also a message that might have some practical wisdom for you. So I offer this to you. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you on the other side as a commentary afterwards. Thank you for being here. Not everything is as it seems. On the surface, things may appear chaotic and disharmonious as new truths and awarenesses are coming to the surface that have been buried for a long time for you to see and embrace and begin to work with. So as something disharmonious comes into your field of awareness, it can be jarring, especially for the personality. It can trigger you into reactive emotions and feelings of powerlessness or anger or disruption, that you're no longer even capable of focusing on your creative projects, on loving the people around you, on maintaining your own well-being. So it can be disruptive when you initially come into contact with new information that is disharmonious and that matters to you. But every piece of information that comes across your field of awareness that's triggering or that has this response in you, you can think of as an opportunity for harmony or harmonizing. As the title of the book that Karen wrote is Alchemy of Consciousness, it's an alchemical moment where you can take that which is disharmonious and work with the information until it becomes harmonious. And we're not suggesting to spiritually bypass or deny what is in front of you and the disharmony inherent within it, but rather to really engage with the information. It could be a situation, it could be something, for example, like it is emerging right now, is an awareness of the gross inherent injustice in the justice system in the United States. and racial inequity, racial injustice, these issues that are coming to the fore, they can be jarring, especially some of the media, the videos and the evidence that's now just being made plain in your view. Not only in the US is just an archetypal embodiment of these challenges, but these challenges of racial inequality and equity and injustice are prevalent throughout the entire world in different ways. They play out differently, but they still are occurring all over the world. And none of you are really immune to this. And so, for example, when some of that information comes across your field of consciousness, it can be very upsetting. And there can be, a response of wanting to maybe shut down or just deny the information to begin with for self-preservation. However, if you see it as an opportunity to create harmony, you can simply say, oh, this is coming across my field of awareness for me to harmonize. So what is my part in creating harmony relative to this information? What is my simple next step that I can take to begin to cultivate harmony here? And out of this question can arise a new level of consciousness or a new way of thinking or being in relationship to the information. So there might just be an internal shift in how you relate to the information or the situation. There might be an actual practical step that you can take that would allow you to feel as though you're part of the solution and not part of the problem. The more that you take small little actions and steps here and there to add to the positive momentum towards greater harmony on this planet, you will feel right and good inside of yourself. You will feel as if you've made good or you've made right with all that is, and you're playing your role. And that is really all that is asked of you at this time of turbulence, is simply to play your role every day, to just add your little piece to the puzzle. Many of you are becoming ineffectual or less effective in how you play your role by becoming so overwhelmed with all that is occurring and with consuming too much media. And we say too much not as a judgment, but more just as an observation of that you've taken in more media than you have the capacity to process effectively. When you take in more media than you have the capacity to process, you are then incapable of digesting it, incapable of really working with the information that's come across your field of awareness in a way that will build harmony. And so you're actually creating more disharmony within yourself that will then reflect out into the world. So we ask that you maintain your well-being, maintain your connection to us, your higher self, to God, to all that is, to consciousness, however you see that. And so that you feel that you're not alone, and that you are not unimportant, and you are not ineffectual, you're not incapable of creating change on this planet. And that whatever part of the greater mosaic, whatever piece of the puzzle you are inspired to contribute, however seemingly insignificant, whether it's simply taking care of your family and nourishing each other and providing an environment of sanctity and well-being and clarity, that you are playing your part. Maintain your well-being as your top priority. And then dip in here and there to connect with the collective and stay aware of what is occurring in the collective, so that you feel yourself a part of a greater shift that's taking place in consciousness among your fellows, and that you have a belonging in that human family, and you have a voice in the direction of the unfolding of humanity on this planet. This is a time of great volatility and instability, of vulnerability, which is an incredible opportunity for a shift in consciousness. And because it is such a vulnerable time when consciousness is easily and readily influenced, your part does matter at this time. Never think of yourself as unimportant or ineffectual. If you need to, you can take our word for it, that you matter and that you do have a very significant ripple effect for all, no matter how seemingly insignificant your contribution is. Again, thank you for being here. And that is all for today. Welcome back. So I'm curious how that lands for you. You might, if you're like me, or my mom always falls asleep when she listens to the Council of Light, you might not even remember what you heard, or something might have stood out to you, or you might feel a shift. So whatever happened for you, just know that that's the right thing and it's perfectly fine. Personally, I'm in the process of going back to Canada and moving, and I just have a lot of logistics to deal with selling my car here and all the paperwork and aspects of that, and get my stuff moving. I've lived here in Mexico for 5 years, so it's quite a bit to just let go of my stuff and make the arrangements that are necessary to move. So I've been dealing with that, and I've also had last several weeks a lot of client sessions. So I just wanted to share that it's been hard for me to really get into the creative space of creating the coming videos and the Awakening to Your Starseed Mission series, because the coming videos are really cool. They're so awesome. The messages I feel are so important. So I want to do them justice, but I don't have the creative bandwidth right now to do it. And so I will be, for the next few weeks, sharing these type of messages from today, energy forecasts and just channel messages, so that these are much more simple for me to create this style of video. So love to hear from you as always. If you liked today's video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And I will look forward to seeing you in next week's energy forecast and channeled message. Wherever you are, I hope that you are taking really good care of yourself so that you can play your part in all of this and this huge collective shift that's taking place. Okay, take care, and I'll see you soon.